Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CSGO Clutch Podcast, sponsored by Prize Picks. My name is Adam Cohn, I am your host. It is a solo pod edition here on the podcast today. Unfortunately, Dan and I have been trying to figure out what's going on with his audio, and we had some technical difficulties on his end, and so unfortunately, no Dan today due to technical issues. He wanted to be here, but we have technical issues that we could not figure out how to work out. So, Dan will be back on the next podcast. We should have a showdown slate for you for the ESL Pro League Season 14 Grand Final, which we're going to see Team Vitality versus Heroic. Spoiler warning. No, I'm kidding. Well, maybe I'm not kidding. We're going to have to wait for this slate to see how this finds out. First of all, first things first. Head over to prizepicks.com. Sign up using the promo code CLUTCH. Again, that's promo code CLUTCH. New depositors get a 100% deposit bonus up to $100. As always, an amazing promo. And follow the CSGO Clutch Podcast on Twitter, at CSGO Clutch Pod. Follow me on Twitter, at AdamWX21. Follow our illustrious co-host Dan Welch on Twitter, at WanDelch, W-A-N-D-E-L-C-H, Juan Delch. Alright, here we go. Let's start this slate off with Team Vitality versus OG. And I'm just going to start off by saying this now. This is a play whoever you want slate, unfortunately. The highest priced player on this slate is Simple at $9,000. Zyru is $8,600. Just putting that out there. So, for Team Vitality, Zyru, the offer for Team Vitality, $8,600. Masuda, $7,800. Shuck, $7,000. Apex, the IGL, at $6,000. And Kyojin at $5,200. I'm going to start things off on the Team Vitality side of things. I'm going to state this right now. Team Vitality versus Heroic is going to be your ESL Pro League Season 14 Grand Final. I am picking Team Vitality to win, and after what we saw out of Refresh and that amazing 1v5 clutch, I'm going to get to that clip. I'm going to show you all here on the podcast that as soon as we get to that game. But Team Vitality came in as a minus 142 favorite against OG. OG a plus 117 underdog. Na'Vi come in as a major minus 216 favorite against Heroic. Heroic a plus 175 underdog. Alright, so on the Team Vitality side of things, I am wanting to play Team Vitality. I want to play Heroic. Heroic is going to get me the leverage I need over Na'Vi. I can also see OG versus Na'Vi. I can see Team Vitality versus Na'Vi. I can see OG versus Heroic. Any of these four teams, they've been playing so good, I can see any of these four teams reaching the grand final. With that being said, I am personally taking a stand on Team Vitality, who has finally started looking like they're back in the form. Zyru is starting to look like he's one of the two best players in the world again. Apex is stepping up, Shox is stepping up, Masuda is stepping up, even Kyojin is stepping up. I think OG, we saw them flounder a little bit. They did come back and win, but you know, Zyru at 8,600, you're playing him. Masuda at 7,800, firmly in play. Shox at 7,000, like that price tag on this slate. I like Masuda over Shox. I like Apex 3rd, Shox 4th, Kyojin 5th. On the OG side of things, Manchu, your offer for OG is 8,000. Flames at 7,400. Valde at 6,600, Nico 5,800, and the IGL Alexi B gets it's $4,800, getting a little bit of a Team Vitality discount. From OG, the one I like the most, I'm going right back to the wall on Mantu. I know he burned me, I don't care. Flames second. I actually think Flames has a higher ceiling than Mantu, but Mantu's been more consistent in Pro League Season 14. Flames, I think, has the highest ceiling, so with that being said, Flames 1 for large field GPPs. Mantu 2, Valde 3, Alexi B 4. I like the upside of Alexi B in this matchup. And Nico 5. If you want to play Nico over Alexi B, I have no problem with that whatsoever. I'm picking Team Vitality to beat OG 2-0. Before we get into the Na'Vi vs. Heroic game, drop a like on this video, leave a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell next to it. That way you all know every single time one of these podcasts drop. Let's see if we can get 7 likes on this video if we can. Help us out with the YouTube algorithms. And let's get on to Na'Vi versus Heroic. Ladies and gentlemen, the Refresh 1v5 clutch. Enjoy. And again, I apologize if you can't hear this on the podcast. But please watch and enjoy the awesomeness that is this 1v5 clutch to send this final map. Heroic, by the way, to set the stage, Like, you can't really see it here, but it's cut off on the top of the screen. I apologize for that. Heroic, we're up 12-3 heading into the second half. This is the last round of play. It's Heroic 14, Team Liquid 15. This is for match and series point for Team Liquid. Enjoy the clip.
Can't find a piece. Cadian burnt out. Can't find a thing. Stewie and Fallen making it happen. Making Team Liquid be that semi-finalist. Refresh, as good as he's been, as much as he's given us. This is a Team Liquid victory, teed up. He's on for a third. Napfly dead as well. Refresh, how are you making this happen? Grim, the pit hero, the guy who's dug deep throughout this entire series to save that A-bomb site, has now got to come in clutch at B. Refresh on for the ace in a 1-on-5 clutch. He's looking to keep his legacy in check. This never should have happened. It should have never been this close. Grim, his heart's racing, his heart's beating, but Refresh can't find him. It's a guessing game. Stick on the bomb. Grim doesn't swing. He thinks it's a fake. Refresh with all five, and we're going to overtime.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a clutch of the year candidate. I don't think it wins it, because I think Cadian's 1v4 with the P250, knifing Shiro, and then 3 ops shots to send Heroic as the EPL Season 13 champions. I think that is a little bit more impactful because it was a grand final map and series point. But this was a, round 3 to send this to overtime to save Heroic's chances in ESL Pro League Season 14. And my goodness. Yeah, after that, I don't know how you could pick Na'Vi. Because if you watch the actual 4 overtime rounds, Heroic looked like a different beast. They looked like the Heroic that were absolutely dominant at the beginning of this year. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, the second game here on the slate and the showdown slate, it is Na'Vi versus Heroic. Simple, the offer for Na'Vi comes in at $9,000, Electronic $8,400, Bit $8,200. Flamey is not playing for Na'Vi, Perfecto at $6,400, and Boomage, the IGL for Na'Vi, is $5,600. On the Heroic side of things, Tessus at $7,600, Stown at $6,800, Cadian, the Opper, and IGL for Heroic is $6,200. Refresh, the 1v5 ace clutch hero, is $5,400, and Shush coming in at $4,600. I'm going to talk through some of these plays, but I'm going to tell you right now, all 10 of these players are firmly in play. Why do I say that? Because this game, it's going to go either way. If you're mass multi-entering this slate, you want exposure to everyone on Na'Vi, and you want exposure to everyone on Heroic. This game is going to be a banger. This game is going to go 3 maps. This is going to probably come down to the wire. I like Heroic 2-1 over Na'Vi to upset Na'Vi, and Na'Vi will once again be eluded from the IEM Grand Slam. Team Vitality versus Heroic will be your grand final. That is my prediction. In order of precedence, I like Simple 1, Bit 2, Electronic 3, Boomage 4, Perfecto 5. I actually like Perfecto over Boomage, but I think Boomage at $5,600, I think he has a little bit more of a ceiling than Perfecto does in this slate. I think Perfecto's a little bit safer. Now on the Heroic side of things, we have Tessus at $7,600. He's going to have to be impactful on this game to be able to do any kind of damage to send Heroic into the grand final. I like Tessus 1. I like Cadian 2. Too low for him. Underestimated. After what we saw at a Refresh, this guy's going to be fighting on all cylinders. Refresh plug-in is 3. Down 4. Shush 5. That's just my order after this podcast. It might change. I kind of want to go back about the Team Perfecto and Boomage. Tessus and Cadian, maybe even Stown, we see his ceiling come back up again. We know his kid is a stud. And he's not being asked to hold up the team on his back like he used to. All 10 players are in play. Again, Flamey is not on the active roster for Na'Vi. He's not playing. Don't play Flamey. All 10 players in this game firmly in play. You just got to see which ones you like and which ones you're going to fit in your lineups. I can tell you right now, I am going to be going Team Vitality and Heroic. I do not know if I'm going to do a simple one-off. I don't know if I'm going to do a bit one-off. That's not good correlation. It typically is not going to happen. Dan and I talked about this multiple times here on this podcast. The correlation, the best way to win a 2-game slate is a 3-3 combo. That's what you're trying to hit. You have Zyru on Team Vitality. You got Navi on you got Simple on Navi. You got Zyru on Team Vitality. They are both the players I break my rule for a run back. I can see this being a lot of different ways. This is a great MME slate. If you're playing a one lineup or a single entry or a 3 max, you got to take stands. For me, my stand is going to be Team Vitality and Heroic. I can also see OG upsetting Team Vitality. But if Team Vitality continue to look like they have been, continue to look like a dominant force, then that is who I pick. Now, if you want to play OG and Heroic for leverage, I can see Double Dogs upsetting both. I really can. But for me right now, I want to go Team Vitality and Heroic if I can fit it. The more I think about it, the more I'm picking right now. So we're going to go into our core value GPP and favorite team stack segment. I'm picking OG as my large field GPP stack of the day. The more I look at OG, the more I'm just getting a gut feeling OG is going to do something. So I may end up on OG and Heroic. I haven't decided how I want to do it. I want to go Team Vitality. I want to go Heroic. I may go OG and Heroic. I haven't decided yet. Core play for me on this slate, bit at $8,200. He's been outstanding. He's been incredible. I want the bit in the slate. As a value play, Shush at $4,600. All right, so Shush over here, $4,600 is a value play. Apex at $6,000 is a value. Boomage at $5,600 is a value. GPP, Refresh, Kyojin, Tessus, Bit, Electronic, and I'm including Simple and Zyro in here. That is going to do it for Draftkings. Let's head over to our price picks segment. I'm going to refresh price picks here. Make sure we get the latest and greatest. We over here to the CSGO tab. Bam. Okay, let's take a look at it. Mantu, 39.5. Flames, 35.5. Give me the over on Flames, 35.5. Zywu, 43.5. Masuda, 36.5. Kyojin, 33.5. Good lines. I don't know what I want to do with that quite yet. I may want to go over on Kyojin, 33.5. I think he gets like 34, 35. So we have Refresh, Stown, and Tessus, all with lines of 37.5. If I had to pick, I'm going Tessus over. I'd take the over on Refresh or Stown, but quite frankly, that's going to be up to you all at home. Now, the Perfecto line up here at 33.5. If you think Perfecto has a good day, I take the over. If you think Perfecto is going to be the odd man out in this game on maps 1 and 2, take the under. Because Perfecto can sometimes just do what he needs to do and let Simple carry. 44.5 for Simple versus Heroic. He can do it. I may pick the under just based on, probability. With that being said, that's going to do it for this semifinal edition of the CSGO Clutch podcast for ESL Pro League Season 14. Again, apologies we couldn't get Dan on the podcast. We had some technical difficulties. We're going to get those worked out. We will be back for the ESL Pro League Season 14 Grand Final. I can't wait to see which of these 4 teams get there. For Dan, I'm Adam. Good luck on this slate. Latest, peoples.